Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame are almost upon us, but Samuel L. Jackson may have dropped a huge spoiler that changes everything. This goes without saying, but consider this your spoiler warning, because this one is a doozy. In a print interview with Entertainment Tonight, Jackson was talking about Captain Marvel's abilities, and he slipped that she's one of the few people in the Marvel Universe that can time travel. Hold on. She can do what now? This piece of information not only potentially spoils Captain Marvel, but Avengers Endgame as well. Nick Fury, master of secrets. Jackson, not so much.
Oh no.
Before we break down the massive impact this could have on the MCU going forward, we should calm down for just a second and remind ourselves that this was just a quote from an actor in an interview, and we haven't actually seen Captain Marvel play out. So we're lacking proper context to truly understand how her time travel power works. In fact, while Captain Marvel has a lot of powers in the comics, time travel has never been one of them. So that's why we're shocked to hear she'll have that power in the MCU. But for now, let's take Jackson's spoilery quote at face value and do what we do best. Read into it way too much and overanalyze how it will affect the MCU moving forward.
I'm gonna end it.
The first big question the spoilery information answers is how Captain Marvel winds up in the present day so she can participate in the events of Avengers Endgame. Her movie takes place in the 90s, so there had to be some explanation as to how she shows up 30-ish years later and not looking like an old lady. Previously, we thought she could live longer and therefore ages slower thanks to her Kree DNA, as Annette Bening's character said in the second trailer.
So you could live longer, stronger, superior.
But if she can travel through time, well, that's a much better way to clear that up. That would certainly make the events of Avengers Endgame a lot more interesting. Ever since Nick Fury used that teched out pager to call for Captain Marvel at the end of Infinity War, we've been wondering what made her so special that she, above all others, was the one he chose to call when half the world's population began to disintegrate. If Fury knows she can time travel, then of course he'd call her up when things reached a new level of bad. Based on what we've seen leading up to Endgame, we're pretty confident that time travel will be a key component when it comes to undoing Thanos' master plan. The stinger scene to Ant-Man and the Wasp revealed that the quantum realm contains time vortexes. And there are a million fan theories about how Doctor Strange used the time stone to alter the past and future before handing it over to Thanos. So having Captain Marvel in the mix means the heroes have an additional way to travel through time, and more importantly, someone with experience doing it. Ant-Man has access to the quantum realm's time vortexes via the machine in his van, but he's not exactly smart enough to know how to use them. Sorry, Scott. And as we see at the close of the Endgame teaser trailer, Captain America is confused about when the security footage of Scott Lang is taking place. The date on the video is fuzzy, but it certainly looks more like 1983 than present day, which to us says that Lang does escape the quantum realm, but in the process becomes lost in time. Perhaps Captain Marvel is the key to beating Thanos because she knows how to navigate through the time stream. Carol Danvers is first and foremost a pilot after all, so her role could be to help the surviving Avengers travel to key points throughout time to make it so Thanos fails. Whether that be by manipulating the Infinity Stones, warning their past selves, or just nudging Thor's arm up a bit so when he throws Stormbreaker at Thanos, it goes right for the head. That would be pretty cool. Well, how do you think time travel will affect Avengers Endgame? Tell us in the comments section. And don't forget to check out our Avengers Endgame trailer breakdown and the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline in chronological order. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.